Hello, class. My name is Miriam Burtzel, and this is the second learning teaching interaction that we have. And in this, we're gonna talk about four chapters and some pages about the preaching, teaching the gospel. So to start, I would like to tell you some experience that I have. I think it was in my freshman or sophomore year in BYU, Idaho, and I decided to take a marriage class in campus, not online. So this teacher, he made a big impact in my life. Not because of the class, but the way that he taught the class. It was what it made me a better person, I suppose. Uh, he the first impression that I have from him, he has such a sweet spirit, and I love the way that he talked about his family. And and when he started his classes, he used to have always something to catch your grasp your attention, to catch your attention, whether it's a video clip or it was song or it was a picture or a question. So it was very interesting that he had a point. You couldn't figure out right away the point. It took a little bit to keep listening and keep pondering about the question of the video clip. But I like that. I like that technique because it wasn't the 3 minute catch, attention catcher, and then done. But now that I'm learning through all these chapters, all this effective way to teach people, it makes sense to me the way that he did it and why he did it. So, chapter 4 is actually teaching us how to design an effective instruction. And you can do what he did, which is, present something as a show and tell. Could be a question about principle, a video clip, or something about a principle that you want to teach, or inquisitory, which is through questions. You can also use both, or you can pick one of them, depending, I guess, on the lesson. Um, it was I like the way that he did it because it made me learn more. The way that he designed his lesson, he just made me learn more. Merrill's principle of instructions. He talks about what he accomplished with his classes, what this teacher, BYU instructor, accomplished in this class, which is he got us engaged in pondering a question about solving these issues. It was about marriage, so very appropriate for this class. He will present some real life situations, and you can ponder on those. It's not only about what we knew, because some of those were married, some of them are newlyweds, some of us were, with more years of marriage into marriage. But it was more what you can afford to the class and what else you can add. So the new knowledge that Merrill's taught in their principles, he mixed it very well in his class. Chapter 5 is engaging the audience. This chapter really made me think about my way that I'm teaching my children, and teaching is an art. I agree. I can agree more with that. The formula, it just hit us right on. So relevance, respect, and participation. One day, my son and I were talking about honesty. Not because he did something wrong, because people can paint honesty in a way that could be kind of on the shade, in the gray shade. So we were talking about it, and he was asking me, well, why honesty is so important if people is gonna do or say stuff in their own way. But anyway, that conversation that we have, it gave me the opportunity to show the relevance. I respected his point of view, obviously, but that just opens him up to tell me more. So it was a pretty nice interaction, and I think I was able to teach the principle to my son. This chapter also talks about personality theories, conflict theories, consistent model, and fulfillment model. There's actually a class in BYU Idaho that is about conflict management. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, that class is just like it's focusing on conflict theories, and sometimes people that thinks that conflict is a bad thing, but actually conflict brings people into a new perspective of things. Conflict is not bad as we may think it is. Consistency model, it just helps us to reduce those tensions. it just takes you to a level where the learning can uh, can be optimal, so he can belong to a class. Building relationship is it matters more the quality than anything else. And I saw that when I was a seminary teacher, it was more about how my interaction with my youth was than what I was teaching. Uh, Chapter 6, it teaches some teaching skills. And my companion and I, my teammate and I, were doing a workshop in dating. Some of these, techniques, I think they fit right on what we need, like the fishbowl discussion, or the Bustis groups discussions. That will bring them included into what we need to learn. Working with the diverse audience, even though our workshop is focused on LDS single adult, we still have diversity, because diversity is not only about your ethnic background, it's about your experience, how do you grow, family, learning styles, etc. So um, last thing that we learn in these few weeks is about teaching the gospel, and involves a lot about the Holy Ghost, and how the Holy Ghost is the one that teaches, and the role of a teacher, like the teacher that I have at BYU, great teacher. Didn't only present the material, but you can tell he was living the material. The way that he expressed about his family, the way that he expressed about his religion, the way that he expressed about the Holy Ghost. It wasn't necessary to say, I testify to you, brethren or sisters. It was enough for us just to hear and be open. And I think because the influence of the Holy Ghost help us as a learners to understand it. Very good material, very applicable for our workshop, of course, because we're focusing LDS, young single adults. I hope you have enjoyed the chapters as well as I did. Thank you.